Yo, good morning, peeps. How's it going? It's a Tuesday morning, just here trying to run some early errands and stuff, take care of some things, you know what I mean? And just wanted to have a chat with my peeps. Pro-2AHere's America out there, all you people, I hope you learn what I'm doing and you do it for yourselves, because this is the only way we're going to change laws, because we can't rely on organizations or lawyers to back us up. I have proven that myself. My case, my story, my life goes to show right there that you could be the best person you try to be in society and in life, and they will still slander you and they will still make you look bad because of some made-up narrative and false accusations and everything. I mean, you're confident and you see all the evidence and it's just right in front of you that you're doing better than them and you're better morally than them and you see things more clearly than them, okay? Because I'm telling you, Second Amendment organizations did not back me up at all. Nothing. They even insulted me and criticized me and said if I didn't get a CCW, it's probably because I didn't deserve it. So that was very disturbing to me, okay? Because I would volunteer. I've said this many times before. I'm sounding like a broken record. I volunteered for these organizations every single weekend. Ran their booths, set them up, did everything I could, thinking that if I needed them in return, they would help me out too, because like I said, that facade and that image that they paint, hey, look at what we're doing things for the Second Amendment, you know, because they got me, dude. They had me. I thought they would actually help me if I ever came across some kind of situation where I needed their assistance, okay? Because that's what they told me, that's what they put out there, that's what they portrayed out there in society, is if you need help, we will help you. And I thought, hey, I better help them because they're already helping us. You know what I mean? So I volunteered way before any of this CCW stuff even started, dude. You know what I mean? So I was set up their booths, set up their BB range. I even got a range safety officer certificate, which was like another $200 out of my pocket after my membership fee, after my donations, after paying for this and that and merch and all kinds of other stuff, trying to back them up and support their cause. When it came down to me needing it, they left me hanging, okay? So one of the things they used to do was, let's say a raffle, okay? They would raffle off, let's say like a Ruger Max 9, okay? It's about $350, $300 you can get at a store, right? But here's the scam, okay? They would put a poster up, a little sign that says, only selling 200 tickets for $20 a ticket, okay? So the way you see it is, hey, I could pay $20, it helps the organization, and I might get a gun out of it. So what the hey, I was going to donate the $20 anyway, or I donate $20 and it makes you pull out another 20, one for the donation and one for the raffle. So they're getting double donations there because they're promising you might win this gun. And on the thing it says they're only going to sell 200 tickets. So I know at one event I sold more than 200 tickets, okay? But that Ruger Max 9 would be in the same little poster for the months and months, sometimes close to a year, okay? The first time they did it was a Springfield XD. That Springfield XD was being raffled for over a year, okay? And even somebody came up to my booth asking me like, hey, I bought raffle. When's that raffle going to happen? You know what I mean? It's still, I bought them months ago. And I'm like, hey, I don't know. You know, you're going to have to call the office and ask them. And you know, nobody could ever like figure out who to speak to about these raffles. No, who won? Nobody knew who won. I didn't know who won, and I'm still raffling the same firearm. So, and I'm well connected. I hear when they do these drawings and all other stuff, and they never did the drawing. They just kept on doing it, and I even mentioned them. I go, hey, are we above like 200? And they're like, oh yeah, don't worry about that. You know, just keep selling them. And so let's say out of that whole thing, I sold, you know, 2,000 tickets at $20 each. You know what I mean? Just do the math. It's like $40,000 they're getting for one freaking $300 gun, dude. It's a freaking scam. And it might even be illegal for you know, for you to profit off a firearm that much without a license or an FFL. You know what I mean? So not only are they shady, they might be doing something, might be illegal. You know what I mean? And so, yeah. That's exactly what's going on there. So that's the type of stuff. I've never done anything like that. I never ripped anybody off for getting thousands of dollars for a $300 gun. You know, that I'm claiming a raffle off. So you know, and these same organizations, okay, one of them that's really affiliated with this other one that I reached out to because, you know, I thought, hey, it's the same thing. They help people out, right? That's what they do. That's what they advertise. They're the ones that told me that if Chad Bianco said I didn't deserve a CCW, they were probably right. Okay, that's a Second Amendment organization. Those are our frontline defenders, okay? The ones that we give our money and time and donate to, okay? And this same organization, it's San Diego gun owners, okay? It's San Diego gun owners, Riverside gun owners, all these organizations. Their main dude, that guy Mike Schwartz, went and said straight up, I posted the video, it's still up. It's on my page. He said the blasphemous thing and the horrible thing that Chad Bianco walks on water, okay? Not only is that blasphemous, that's sacrilegious, okay? That is fanboy. That's fanboy to the fullest right there. That's almost to the point of a cultish following that you're comparing him to the savior of mankind, dude. Chad Bianco's not the savior of anything. He can't even save he can't even keep the inmates safe in his own jail, okay? His deputies are transporting fentanyl. His captains are suing him for civil rights violations. He's not a savior of anything. You're going to compare this mortal man to Jesus Christ? What the heck is wrong with you people? If that's not proof enough right there for you not to trust these people, I got more for you, dude, okay? So that's just, you know, things that the icing on the cake right there. So why do California make these laws that everybody's like, dude, why would they do something? That's violation of our rights. Because California knows that the Second Amendment organizations ain't about crap, dude. They ain't about nothing. They know that they have them in their pocket and they'll do exactly what the courts say. And they'll tell us things like, if Chad Bianco says you don't deserve a CCW, you probably don't, because they're profiting off this whole system handsomely, greatly. A lot of profit going into their pockets off this whole corrupt system. That's exactly why they're establishing things the way they're established. And they think we're stupid. They're doing it right in front of our face. You know, doing the very bare minimal and then acting like they're the saviors of you know, literally of mankind that walk on water. You know what I mean? To hell with them, dude. They are horrible for that, dude. Why would they say? I never said anything like that, and yet I'm the bad person. They're the ones that slander me. Because check this out. Even that guy, Costas Moros, I come to find out, dude. Costas Moros and another attorney over there were talking so much crap about me, making fun of me, saying how crazy I was and blah, blah, blah. Okay, and that got back around to me, all right? That got back to me, telling me all that stuff. That's exactly why these Second Amendment organizations won't help me, is because I'm being insulted by the very people who I reached out to and gave the strategy that I took. And check this out, okay? Watch the strategy I'm going to take. I laid it all down for them in court. I'm doing everything a few steps ahead over here. And they can't understand what I'm doing because I'm not thinking like a lawyer, all right? I'm not thinking like a lawyer. I'm not thinking like somebody who's corrupt by the system. I'm thinking like a pro se litigant who is somebody who says, we the people are pissed off. That's who I am. I'm not a lawyer. I'm the people, okay? And that's exactly why they don't understand my strategy and why they insult me and why they can't understand. I reached out to these people many times. And they insulted me and slandered me and run my name through the dirt and said I was trying to bully them to work for them to work for me and me alone. No, they didn't understand, or they were manipulating the information, because I laid it down to them multiple times. To, you know, the Cabrero dude, Costas dude, the other guy, Michelle, all those dudes. I laid it down and I said, here's my plan. And they laughed at me and mocked me and treating me with scorn, okay? And then started insulting me behind my back and telling people in other organizations that, oh, don't listen to this guy, he's crazy. So that's exactly why I'm not getting help, is because of the people like that. The very people who are supposedly the frontline defenders of our rights are doing things like that to the only person that's taking action against California's unconstitutional CCW scheme, because they will not do it. Trust me, I talk with these people, I work with these people, I know these people. So then they work alongside with Chad Bianco. Okay, I posted the emails saying how they have a monetary relationship and they have a good relationship. And I've taught conversations with people over the phone where they said they don't want to anger Chad Bianco because they have a monetary relationship with him. Like, it's ongoing. It's smooth, and they don't want to ruffle the feathers, and they don't want to, you know, rough the road at all. Okay, their own words. They're the ones doing it. Okay. I've already posted all the proof, the emails and the flyers that they put out talking about this and that, okay? So I came with the receipts about that also. So they are literally in bed with the issuing agency. The very people are supposed to defend us against and fight for our rights against and challenge when the challenge comes up. They're not doing it because they make money with him. And they make a lot of money with him. One event I did, which was called the CCW Symposium, I think it was March or something like that, or May of 2024. I was there. I ran the booth. I took in the donations. I seen how much money that was brought in. I seen all the stuff that was sold. Okay, and the flyer straight up said all proceeds go to CRPA, and that's the way they wash the money, right? That's the way they hand money over, you know, hand and fist, just like that, boom, 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 back and forth, is through stuff like that. Okay, it's not directly connected to anyone, right? It's just some money that's getting thrown out there in a bucket, but you get to keep it all. Okay, so you know, it's not coming from me. It's not coming from the sheriff of Riverside. No, it's coming from the event. I was just there and I was featured and this and that, but you guys benefit off of it. That's how they clean the money. That's how they make the bribe untraceable to the Second Amendment organization, allegedly, because why wouldn't they take action against Chad Bianco when one of their members, one of their volunteering members, one of the members who they knew and said that everybody in that office knew my name. Everybody was impressed and was aware of the work I was putting in for the organization. Yet when it came down to me needing help, I'm slandered and all of a sudden I'm crazy and nobody wants to take any action because I'm actually going to attack their cash cow and their money flow. That's exactly what's going on. I got sold out. We all got sold out. We're being sold out right now, and our rights are being sold at a high price, and it's good. It's happening right in front of our face, right under our nose, and we take it and like good little slaves, like good little plebs. Okay. And if Chad Bianco is truly Second Amendment sheriff, why is he fighting alongside Rob Bonta? Why? Isn't this the same attorney general who started an investigation against Chad Bianco for the civil rights violations in his jails and everywhere else? Like, they're working hand in hand, you know, frolicking like the statue that was just put in DC and taken down of Trump and Epstein, just like that. They just now replace Trump and Epstein with Rob Bonta and Chad Bianco, frolicking and holding hands and laughing, acting like they're fighting against each other, like they have a feud, and they don't like each other, but really deep down they're making a lot of money and they love each other. It's all a facade. It's all an act. They're working together because my case proves it. My case puts it right there in the public eye that Chad Bianco is working with Rob Bonta, the most anti-gun, wants to take your guns, doesn't want you to carry a weapon in public. Bonta and his attorney general, the same attorneys that work under him, are the ones that want cashless bail, the one that want to make, you know, crime legal and all this other stuff. They've already done it. We see the repercussions of it all. He's over there complaining about their policies. There's Chad Bianco all the time falsely claiming that he's upset with Rob Bonta because of his policies and is making his job harder. But why are you working alongside him now? Why are you guys best friends all of a sudden? Why are you using his attorney? Why are you using county funds, thousands, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of county funds to fight me on this case as a Second Amendment sheriff? Two-way friendly sheriff, huh? But yet is fighting me tooth and nail on this case. Does not want me to have, A, does not want me to have my CCW, and B, does not want you to walk around without a permit, constitutional, as a responsible armed citizen. Come on, you, God. So, just like that. So lawyers always insult instead of help, like the two-way organizations, right? So all the lawyers I experience on these social media and everything are insulting me. They don't even want to help. Instead of helping and giving a helping hand, they criticize how I wrote something, or, oh, there was a grammar error here, or there was, yeah, so what, dude? You know what I mean? You didn't have the balls to do any of this, dude, yet you sit there like you have such credibility. Dude, you've already lost the hearts of the people, man. We already know what's up with you lawyers, dude, okay? Not only do you refuse to help me or step up to even take action, you're insulting me for doing it. To hell with you people, dude. Okay? To hell with you content creators, all you First Amendment creators out there who listened to my story, heard me pleading out, heard me reach out to you, emails and everything. You still wouldn't cover my case. Still wouldn't help. All I asked you to do, I didn't ask you for money, a fundraiser, none of that. I just asked you to bring awareness to my case. Just speak about my case. You speak about all kinds of other cases. You'll speak about Duncan v. BONTA. You'll talk about Reno v. May, or May v. BONTA. You'll talk about all these other ones, you know, advertising to the youth. You'll talk about that. You'll talk about fighting for gun shows. You'll talk about all these other frivolous cases, but you will not bring up one of the most important Second Amendment constitutional carry cases in the nation at the moment. Okay? That's exactly what Attorney Cam Atkinson told me. You're the only one doing this, and the approach you took was fan-freaking-tastic, okay? And it made me blush a little bit when, you know, he was giving me the praise and everything of that, because I worked very hard. I did a lot of research, and I reached out to a lot of people, and I got a lot of insults, and nobody believed in me, dude. I'm telling you right now, no one believed in me. Everyone thought I was crazy. Everyone thought I was just some guy out there just didn't deserve a CCW. Okay? Like, I didn't deserve my rights, and that pissed me off, dude. That really hurt me. That pissed me off by the very people who say that they defend our rights and who are supposed to be taking the action that I'm taking. But they refuse to. So I'm telling you, people, stop giving these grifters your money. Stop sending money to organizations that do absolutely nothing for us other than benefit the issuing agencies and make them more money. Okay? That's it. They're all in it together to make money. Wake up, people. Don't be stupid like that. I'm calling all you people out, the ones you don't see, right? Because you are literally destroying society. You're literally destroying our way of life. Everything. The American way of life, the American culture, everything. Because you are afraid of other people exercising their inalienable rights assured by the Constitution, especially in public. Okay? How dare I try to do it in the privacy of my own home, but then take my rights on in public? Oh, you can't have that. No. He's crazy. He's stupid. He doesn't have a chance. David against Goliath. Oh yeah, but I'm not afraid. You are. You're afraid. Okay? I'm not afraid. I'll take them on. Let them take me out. People are saying, oh, no, you're afraid. Blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not. I'm not, okay? Whatever. You people just are minions, and you're always going to be afraid. You're always going to be on you know, looking over your shoulder. You're always going to be worrying what Sheriff Chad Bianco and everyone else and AG Rob Bonta allow you to do. Me, I was like, I'm taking back my life. I'm taking back my rights. I'm taking back my right to self-defense, okay? Even though the Second Amendment organizations, everyone else did not believe in me at all, I didn't care. I still went for it. So, all right, people, you guys take care. I love you all. Let's be kind to each other and show each other love and respect, and get up on off your asses, people, and start filing these lawsuits and doing everything pro se like I did, because like I said, organizations and lawyers, we can't trust them. We definitely can't trust the attorneys and lawyers and the organizations out there, because they totally stabbed me in the back, and can't anyone else say anything about it, because I did nothing bad to them, nothing other than expose the lies and the slander they put me through. I did nothing bad, nothing offensive, anything. All the bad shit they did, and all the bad things that happened in this situation was done by them. Okay, because I did everything right. I volunteered, I did this, gave money, brought people over. I even paid for people's memberships so they could be members and get the information, okay? Because that's how much I believed in the organization. Then when it came down to me needing help, man, the same people who I brought in and everything were just shaking their heads saying, shame on that organization. They want nothing to do with that organization anymore. Everyone around me, everyone who I've helped, and after they seen what they did to me, they knew for a fact that they are a trash organization. And one of my good friends was very, very regretful that he bought a lifetime membership from them, because he really thought that they were going to help me out. He heard the stories, and he was actually went with me to a few events and heard them talk about, like, yeah, David, we're going to help you, we got your back, blah blah blah. So he really was believing in this organization, and thought and as soon as they yanked, you know, my backup and stopped responding to me, he was trying to get his money back, dude, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, you know. But $1,000 down the drain that he paid to an organization, and donations, and all the raffles he bought, and all the merch and shirts and hats that he bought, down the drain, because they did absolutely nothing. When it came down to the nitty gritty, when it came down to the time when I needed them, nothing, nada, okay? Absolute crickets, dude, okay? And these are the big dudes, these are the big boys, right? And they don't want to destroy the CCW scheme as it is, because it's very profitable. Our rights are being sold at a high price, gentlemen, and it needs to stop. And I am the one that's going to stop it, okay? And I'm not going to allow insults or threats or anything like that to stop me, because I'm not afraid. I'm not. So, all right, people, take care. I love you all, and be kind to each other.